Hello, welcome back to the second video on the Flanniversaries series hosted by the English Flannel. We're going to be talking about an album that turns 30 years old, that being none other than Nespithe by Finnish death metal band Demilich. So this album was released on 8th of February 1993, and even though when this video goes up it might not be 8th of February where you're watching it from, it will be my time zone. Fun fact about this album, it is the highest rated album on Rate Your Music from the country of Finland with a score of 3.9 as of today. It is the only full-length album by Demilich, and it is a bloody great album at that. Let me tell you that they didn't waste any time getting to it. Front to back, this is well worth a listen. If you haven't already, and you're new to death metal, new to technical death, sure the vocals may put you off, but yeah, definitely listen to this. And with albums on this series, not all of them I'll do like a track by track review of them, because it won't be one of those albums where every song is different enough that I can say something about each song, but I will point out specific tracks that I do like in particular. So yeah, it's the only full length album. You get some technical dissonant death metal, about 40 minutes of it, so it doesn't overstay its welcome. All the songs are around 3.5 to 4 minutes, with the longest being around 4.5 minutes. The one thing I do like about is the atmosphere of this album. It is very cold and mechanic, because everything it sounds very futuristic. Like this album sounds like it was released in the middle of the 2000s, maybe the 2010s. It sounds quite far ahead of its time. Another album that sounds quite far ahead of its time would be Focused by Cynic, which I'll get to that album later this year. I think, yeah, it was released this year, wasn't it? One infamous thing about this album is the vocal style, which is growling so low that it sounds like he just drank a whole load of cola and just burped right into the mic. Let me tell you, it is. Yeah, it may not click with some people, this vocal style, but it doesn't bother me really. I mean, it's not my favourite vocal style, but it's not overbearing in the mix, so the riffs do make up for that. I mean, there's some amazing chunky death metal riffs. The guitar tone is great on this album. Drumming, the brilliant drumming as well by Mikko Verne, I think. I don't know. And I'm going to call out specific tracks. That being the opening track, When the Sun Drank the Way to the Water. It takes you right into it, no dilly-dallying with intros. It's straight into it. That's the sound you'll be hearing for 39 minutes and 3 seconds. Oh yeah, another thing in this album, the titles are really long. Like, they could give Fall Out Boy a run for their money with the length of the song titles. I mean, you got stuff such as the 16th Sixth Tooth Son of 14 Four Regional Dimensions, still unnamed, and the putrefying road in the 19th extremity somewhere inside the bowels of endless nothingness, and of course, the planet that once used to absorb flesh in order to achieve divinity and immortality, suffocated to the flesh that it desired. 22 words total. But they're all great tracks. I mean, the whole album's great. Special mention to Erectional. It's instrumental, but there are still vocals. There's just no lyrics, so it does count sort of as instrumental. I'd say that's one of my favourites. All of them sound the same, and they're all very good. So it's hard to pick a favourite off this album. But yeah, listen to this album if you do like Atheist or Cynic or Suffocation, something like that. Or you're going back in time and you've just heard Necrophagist for the first time, and you want to hear something like that. Go back in time and you'll reach this album. Well, that's all I have to say on this album. I mean, it was a bit shorter than last time because I'm not as experienced with this album. Well, like Vertical by Cult of Luna, the one I did for the last episode. So yeah, listen to this album if you like technical death metal. You're just starting out in the genre. And until the next episode, goodbye.